project here in this podcast. You know, and before we go to me in particular, can you touch on, like you mentioned, you know, curving the technology and trajectory against, you know, the LED in these top of the line screens? Can you like talk for a minute about, you know, if you go that trajectory route and how pixelated it might be, it won't be, you know, what we're used to seeing as a society. Can you kind of speak on that as far as like, from the standpoint? Go ahead.
Yeah, so the kind of the projection technology is really dated, and so when you look at projection as overall cost, projectors are going to cost you, a good projector is going to cost you anywhere from 20 to 30 grand. And the lifespan on that is about 10,000 hours on that bulb. So, you know, 10,000 hours is not that long. And so when you're looking at that cost and the longevity of that product, you know, you have to maintain that projector to maintain it, to fix it, get it back to key performance. And, you know, you're going to spend anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a year just to get that thing into tip-top shape as if you bought it out of the box. But, you know, there's obviously going to be some drawbacks with that, because within the first 6 months, you've got, you know, high performance levels with your projector as far as brightness and color contrast. But after about 6 months, it just slowly declines as far as the color clarity and the brightness of it. LED technology is like 3.5 times brighter than the best projector that's out there, right? And for LED technology, it's 100,000 hours. And like I said before, that's a 12-year product if you left it on 24/7. With projection, when you have those repairs, there's downtime. So you have to take the projector down. You've got to take it into shop. Hopefully they have the bulb and the engine to fix it. And if they don't, they have to order those parts in. And then they order those parts in. Who knows how long that was going to take. And so there's some downtime with that. With LED technology, you get a set of spare parts, and so spare parts you just pull out of your closet and just say, hey, I'm going to swap out this part for this part, and it's just a quick disconnect, reconnect, just like if you were working on a computer, you know, and who doesn't like working on computers, right? Making it that simple and that easy to make those repairs, there's literally zero downtime on that. And with that, with LED, the color contrast, you're going to get, you know, enhanced blacks. You're going to get a full grayscale color clarity. I mean, you're going to get this high resolution picture. And what we go for is like looking at your cell phone. And when you look at your videos and anything else that's on your cell phone, and you can take a look at our website on Unilumin-USA.com. We've got several different opportunities or different deployments that we have in several different applications. You know, we recently did a hotel in Las Vegas called Link, and they've got, you know, 90-degree corners. They've got an LED ceiling, and the content that they create on it is just it's a wow factor. And that's what people go for with these displays is trying to create this wow effect, this draw. Because esports, you probably see it too yourself, is like you know, creating that wow factor is just like in sports, very similar. You know, students and people are choosing one institution over another due to the technology that they have, due to the maybe the partnerships that they have, maybe it's the gear that they have, maybe it's the coach. You know, people are drawing towards these organizations because of these things, and LED technology is going to become a huge part of that focal point, especially for esports and embracing LED technology within your current esports initiatives.
And, you know, you speak of having initiatives. You know, we've had some brief conversation about this technology being so cutting edge, and actually, you know, pointing our students, man, possibly in that career path. I want you to kind of speak on that, man, how, you know, LED technology can be sort of maybe a kind of learning
Yeah.
for somebody.
Yeah, so I mean, right now there's a huge professional industry for this type of technology, and there's actually certifications that you go out and you receive for design and understanding the technology and how to utilize these in designs, and you know, some of these large establishments and large organizations look for these types of things, and so having your students utilize this technology and understand it at an early age is only going to put them at a better advantage, because it's called CTS certifications. So certified technical training is what you kind of refer to it as. And so it's the certifications that you get in order to understand and how to utilize the technology in the AV industry. And, you know, by getting early on, you know, you've already got your communications departments that are already doing these things with broadcast and radio. This would be just another added piece into that portfolio that you already have. And it's utilized in other different things. With corporate lobbies utilize this technology, you know, the casino market, broadcast. And so this is a huge education piece if you're looking to expand in those areas, because you can definitely add it to your portfolio. And I know several people within the esports industry that are taking a business aspect to esports, and they're getting integrated within that aspect, and bringing the technology piece along with it. These screens are being utilized in all different sorts of environments. I mean, you and I have sat here and talked for quite a while on those markets, but it just seems to be that you know, you're not just finding these in a corporate boardroom anymore. You're not just finding them behind a lobby desk, or you're finding these things in various different places just outside of that. And even in that outdoors, it's becoming a lot more popular.
I totally agree, man. You know, us having this conversation via podcast now, you know, I'm sitting here thinking, how can I squeeze something into the small? I have probably 929 square foot room, and I'm sitting here trying to bend my mind around what you're saying and trying to apply some of this, man, because I think it definitely is here to stay, especially with the life expectancy on it and the technology. And it sounds like it's almost kind of like modular, where you can kind of plug and go as far as repairs, man. I think it's just going to be a game changer, continue to get better and better as the technology grows. So I definitely understand where we're going with this. And so, you know, if I'm a coach, or if I'm a principal, or whatever, man, within this space, and outside of this space, man, because I'm in education, like, what's the process of getting the ball rolling to actually get you guys to come out and possibly, you know, get a quote? Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, so we are the manufacturer, so we actually create the products and manufacture the products, and we are the global leader in LED. There's been several publications coming out over the last 6-9 months that, you know, we've actually taken over the #1 spot in global share in LED. So we deploy more LED across the world than any other LED manufacturer. And by that, we work through a dealer channel. And so we have a channel that actually resells our product. So this wouldn't be something that you would just go in and buy at a store. There's an actual market for this, or there's an actual reseller market for this. And so they're mostly like a local AV integrator or an AV reseller. Chances are a lot of your organizations and institutions already work with them for audio projects or other video projects that you've procured equipment for on campus or at your institution. And so chances are that you're already probably working with some of these individuals yourself, and you just weren't aware that this technology was available. And so we can actually approach them and get involved from both perspectives, from the manufacturer perspective, to help you understand the technology, because there's all different sorts of cabinet sizes. There's, 1.5 by 1.5 feet. There's 2 feet by, 14 inches. There's, 3.5 feet by, you know, 1.5 feet. So there's all these different LED technologies that we can utilize to help build your wall in that sort of fashion, and each application is different. Do we want it hung? Do we want it curved? Do we want it mounted to this wall? Do we want to have it have an angle? You know, all these different things that you're looking for in these applications, and that where we can come in and kind of consult with, you know, your organizations or your institutions or whomever that we're approaching, and then work with the local AV integrator to not only help you implement this LED screen, help you train on it, educate your people on it, and then also too as well as support, because you can have the best products in the world, and you know, if you have the worst support, it doesn't make it all that great. And that's where we come into play, is that we have a great centric of sales and support. So, you know, even after the screen is up, that's what we focus on, is giving you the best support that's out there. And then by having a massive dealer network, we can provide that local support to you guys. And so, you know, understanding size of where you're looking for. I mean, if you have like a small space, you could put in a 110-inch screen on a certain wall that's 8 foot wide, 4 feet tall, and have it as like a practice space. Or maybe it's like a coaching space, and then you're looking at all 4 players at all 4 screens, and you're wondering what's going on, and you can have that segmented off into sections on the screen, so that way you're looking at all 4 players, and you can really coach in a live aspect. Or maybe it's you're taking one-on-one, and you're putting everything on a large display, and you have a device in front of you that you're kind of mirroring and coaching as you go along, and you're kind of collaborating in that effort. So there's various different ways that you can utilize this technology to be just a performance piece, or be an education piece, or maybe it's a coaching piece that you're looking for. It's that multiple purpose aspect that you're looking for. But what's most unique about the technology is the performance. You know, comparing some of the best display technology on the planet, you know, this performance is like 3,840 hertz. You know, the best LCD technology is like 480 hertz. I mean, we're talking like, you know, 9-10 times greater than some of the best LCD technology that's on the planet. And you're getting the best color clarity, because LED is going to be able to provide that true color gamut. And by color, it's like, when we work with these top institutions, top organizations, let's say Coca-Cola, for instance, and they create their content and they put it up on a large screen, and, you know, these top executives walk in and they say, oh, that's not Coke Red, right?
Yeah.
It's important for them, because that's their trademark, that's their focus, that's their brand, is having that Coke Red. And it's really important for, you know, these organizations to have that and want that on that display, because they're paying people to create this content, and they want Coke Red to look like Coke Red, or, you know, Facebook Blue to look like Facebook Blue. You know, that's what they're going for, and that's what's important to them, and that's the things that we kind of deliver upon, and how we kind of approach when you're procuring technology like this.
That's awesome stuff, man. I gotta have you back. I got some ideas for some podcasts later on in the future, man. I'm gonna have you back on. But before we go, tell them how they can get in contact with you, Miles, and you know, the website as far as the AV company, and you have that time to do so now, man.
Yeah. So our website is www.unilumin-usa.com. So it's UNILUMIN-USA.com. You can reach me at miles.dean@unilumin-usa.com. You know, I do everything from esports to sports, entertainment segments. You know, I'm very versatile in those markets. Be more than happy to connect you with other folks, because we have a large, massive team across the U.S. So, yeah, certainly check us out. Reach out to us. Love to see what we can do for you to help your esports initiatives, or creating a brand or a focus within your institution or organization.
That's awesome, man. And like I said before, you always have an open door with me, man.